Okay, Vera's still going to be first pick here. Ashe and Callista banned. First pick, Varus. Immediate Smolder pick for Deft.
So the Varus, definitely a very strong pick, don't get us wrong. But Smolder has been pretty much guaranteed. And there's the Taliyah, like I was talking
Taliyah priority is going to be going up, guys.
That's not a bad one, too.
Not a bad one, too.
You'd say it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends whether your players are good at the champs. You think BDD good in Taliyah? Yep, you know, safe to say.
Yeah, I reckon he's all right. Do you reckon Yone and Sejuani would really like going into a Taliyah? Maybe not.
Well,
but they're going to do it.
There's a lot of skirmishing power, and it definitely feels like a pick that Zeka will have a lot of power on.
So this is the Taliyah buff patch, and Taliyah was already Giga broken. And now Q is better, and E has a lower cooldown, and these are things that are mysteriously buffed. So I guess she's just going to be blind picked all the time right now. Zeka does have to worry about Taliyah E to a certain degree, and nice Sejuani. This is definitely a Zeka pick, by the way. Oftentimes it's banned against him.
That's straightforward.
And they stay in place.
We really coined the phrase "squeezing the dragon" when Dragon Trainer Trist came out. Smolder reminds me every time I see him. I know his voice is so annoying. I was actually I was fooling around with him in the practice tool this morning. When is the next Power Spike episode? Friday night.
Just see how things pan out. You can see the Rumble ban coming through. They suspect. I mean.
So Rumble's going to be banned here alongside Maokai. Going to go ahead and take the Vi to lock down the Varus. Interesting that they don't ban Tahm Kench here, because it still could be Varus Tahm Kench. Okay, they take the Delight Special Recon. Kasante Udyr banned, saving top lane for counterpick. I guess we're just going to play Aatrox and Dinar. Feels a little bad, but that's all right. Nico is disabled in 14-3. I actually don't know. Is she? I didn't know that.
Just because there's a lot of physical damage on the side of Hanwha Esports, and you could just build a whole bunch of tank items and then just feel...
Yeah, Zeka on a good Zeka champ. This is what we like to see. I concur.
Oh, no.
Tanks, you know? Well, I think part of the problem is that Gnar is very effective against a pick like an Ornn.
It was so sad when they removed Sion and Ornn from the game.
Yeah.
I'll ask. I'll figure it out.
Bold...
I'll just ask right now.
After our last series, I guess. We did see an Ornn. But that was a while ago now, so maybe memories have been tested. I like the Nami drawing. That's very cute. Unfortunately, not going to get it.
That shakes up the meta quite a bit.
Yeah, but I think ultimately it's very impressive.
Public service announcement.
I'm glad you chose your words carefully.
I did.
And you said enthusiastic.
Yeah, I did.
You know, because you
was
started
somewhat intentional
with an E, and I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is obviously going to be very dangerous. Sejuani Yone in the mid lane for the Taliyah. So have to be careful about how you use your E in this circumstance. Smolder has been played a little bit in the LCS.
Kind of suffering under the Gnar's range.
Yeah, we have seen a few of the Comet Aatroxes make their way back in. I think it makes a fair bit of sense with the lethality.
Did that boomerang just fly through Doran?
Actually, just flew through Doran. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't think he needs.
Do tickets for games at Lowell Park ever usually sell out? I think so.
Yeah.
Lion Man, sorry about your loss on the KT game. Well, did I lose? You know, we may have lost money, but also KT is fraudulent, so I kind of won either way.
They would love to get leads on the solo laners. They would love to be burning summoners consistently so that their engages are a lot easier. I think if the game slows down, KT are going to be very comfortable for obvious reasons with the Smolder, but also, you know, Taliyah are going to hold it very well in the later stages. And if you go into a fight where everyone has sums, I think that favors KT. So any inaction, any opportunity for sums to come back up, they're going to be fine with.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this bottom lane is going to go. You mentioned already that Delight opted into not necessarily punishing this Alistar lane all that much, but it's Delight's Rakan. Like, he is exceptionally good at this champion.
It's interesting that... let's watch this bot lane a little bit. It's interesting we're not seeing any more harassment from Delight and Viper right at level 1. Like, they do in a pretty extended leash at the red buff instead, but this means you're not going to get any kind of punishment onto the Alistar Smolder lane. I'm doing great. Henry934.
I think that favors KT. So any inaction, any opportunity for Sums to come back up, they're going to be fine with.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this bottom lane is going to go.
Like, this lane seems like it's shit, frankly. Like, what is your all-in potential with Smolder early? And why are we doing this super big leash that doesn't actually abuse our level 1 power?
Well, maybe wanted to get a stack actually on his support item, because if you hit a champion, it's worth more than if you kill a minion. So if he wants to get the extra gold, just headbutting makes sense. Taking that window to do so. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You get so much team fight power from the Rakan in this composition. It's definitely got a ton of value, and as you said, Delight fantastic on it. But you can see already, like, considering Alistar is a weak level 1 champion, the fact that KT got level 2 first, and they're kind of having presence in this lane shows that Delight really didn't opt in to win lane here.
Well, maybe this new dragon champion guy is pretty good. I don't know. That's a double pulverize. Beryl getting some value, but immediately lit
What the fuck, man? This seems so terrible, this lane.
Has potions to heal up, and obviously the passive of Alistar as well will sustain a bit. Definitely feels like he was trading there for the support.
Why is Briar not plays? She just mentioned. Oh god, it's horrible.
But I'm not gonna lie. Every support plays that. I'd do it. You know, you just go for a short little engage, get them more value from the gold, from the stacks, because those support items are so nice to have.
Well, now Beryl is going to be able to go back home, collects the.
This is a pub stomper, man.
I think it was the support, the shoes.
Yeah, he had the support item.
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had your last sentence, and that would have been very silly. So even if he did have the shoes first, I shouldn't talk about it. Let's be honest. So him and Def both going back. Actually, I believe Def stayed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, Briar and Nefiri, the only 2 champs not ever played in LCK, indeed.
Seismic shove connects onto Zeka. We did mention that this was going
They're also both shit.
Time, but you can see BDD has taken a fair bit of poke damage in this lane.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of skill when it comes to Yone matchups. A big thing that has changed with Talia on the patch, I mean, we went over this at the start of the day, but
Def is going to have his back saved.
We've got a buff to the Q-base damage, but the big thing in a matchup like this is they buff the E cooldown. So
Talia E can't damage Yone on the back of his E. No, he's unstoppable when he returns to his body.
14 at all ranks. So into the Yone in particular, having your E more frequently available really helps to mitigate the pressure. And especially like when you look at the value of the Unraveled Earth in this game.
Okay, well, I know the reason Nico is disabled right now, but I don't think I can tell you guys. Anyway, it's not a big deal. It's a visual. It's like a visual bug issue.
Absolutely. And then just the Talia and
it's like a visual bug issue apparently, so it's not a huge deal. But the most important thing is it just changes. You know, a lot about the picks that are going to be coming in, and the fact that Faker only has 2 champions he can play now. Why wouldn't I be able to say? Because sometimes, I mean, I could tell you, but the thing about it is sometimes there are abusable things about these bugs that they don't want spread around, and like, what the fuck is the point of me telling you? So you can go exploit it? No. I'm not here for you to exploit bugs in your fucking solo queue games. What match am I really looking forward to this week? Telecom War, BLG versus JDG. Got some epic bangers.
Gonna be fine, as you can see there. Perfect, just locking down the cannon. Definitely feels good. Did hit level 6 a little bit earlier. As Grand Entrance connects onto the little dragon. And then he's going to say a chew and do a whole lot of damage.
That was actually so well played.
A little bit earlier. As Grand Entrance.
Yeah, this is actually really well played by Beryl. Because he gets the headbutt in. then is able to pull right as the Rakan returns. You get Smolder E, auto Q. It's very annoying. Also, it gets you a lot of little dragon stacks there.
And then he's going to say a chew and do a whole lot of damage.
That was actually so well played.
Oh, Faker has to do champion call. Wait, yes, I saw his Sway game yesterday. Of course he does.
Yeah, it just seems like a little thing, but it's so well
Another control mage to add to his repertoire.
The E time, because he goes for the Q later, you know, so he gives us much.
Can we exploit you? You can't a squishy liquid. You don't even subscribe to me.
Interrupted in his flap. Actually gets turned around in favor of KT, and now they're going for the big play.
Yeah, here is Foreman in the bottom lane as the knock-up onto...
Got interrupted in his flap.
All right, so pretty passive early game until we hit 6 here on the Vi. Nice gank here from the Talia. Does wall off the Alistar, but you can't wall off the Smolder. That's actually underrated, I think, guys. I hadn't thought about that interaction because Smolder's E can go over terrain. So that gives you an opportunity, actually, to play around Talia wall. You can either hop over it if you're in danger, or you can cast it in a way where the Smolder can choose when to engage.
Of spring last year, when they started to gain a lot of momentum over the course of spring, it really felt like it was down to BDD being active on the map, particularly on picks like Talia. And I feel like it's just so good seeing that happen again, especially you have Death on a carry like this.
Shobes 572, just gifting him a gift sub. Don't encourage them, Shobes.
Smolder Alistar lane, it's just a phenomenal feeling.
Oh, and it's into the lethality.
Don't let him exploit me for free. Yeah, you can Talia wall behind Smolder for more effective kiting. That's right. That's what I was saying, is like it gives you a possible escape route. So it's a cool interaction with some of these terrain creating champs.
It makes sense because the lethality build definitely sometimes feels like it's on a timer. It does depend on what you're up against, but this game is already on a timer. You need as much power as early as possible if you're going to win this Hanwha life.
Well, there is a little bit of aggression towards Beryl, who just picks the person that he wants to get rid of. Still, not going to quite be enough as Mom gets a bit angry. The exhaust somewhat... Well, there is a little bit of aggression towards Beryl, who just picks the person that he wants to get rid of. Still, not going to quite be enough.
Let's get Peanuts flash out of that, but...
Somewhat late. As Peanut just locks down the kill. Very nicely done. Good answer.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like this brush being here is such a powerful one to punish when people come back to lane.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this new brush.
And you kind of have to ward it just to negate dive. So good move to catch out Beryl there. No flash as well meant that they knew they could make that play work.
And now that CS advantage that you were talking about earlier is going to dissipate. Although there is
Smolder's voice acting is definitely one of the worst things in recent memory in League of Legends. He's so fucking annoying to listen to.
Obviously, the replay of this, I think the target selection is really good. Obviously, they commit the ult onto Viper. You see BD fishes for the knockback onto Light, so they get his flash as well. And he knows they don't need a seismic shove on Viper to get the kill. And here,
Nice trap, though, from Hanwha.
Yeah, I guess Beryl just maybe overstepping a bit. Doesn't take the safe route to get the vision.
And I think maybe thought that they didn't have a ward in that brush, perhaps?
Yeah.
So that he could actually play with vision like you were talking about?
So I think if he goes to turret and then comes from turret, very hard to punish him in the same way. He gets to turret a bit too quickly, but there he was just a bit overextended. Sejuani apparently just does enough damage to kill an Alistar.
Yeah, which is odd, but it's certainly working out in Peanut's favor. Delight and Viper.
I feel that T1 almost dropping the ball against Nongshim. I wish they would have, so all of those fucking annoying T1 fans that went into my power rankings video the instant BLG lost and were like, who's #1 in the world now? I could have been like, who fucking lost to Nongshim, the Noodle Boys? But sadly, they didn't lose that third game. The third game was actually pretty dominant from them.
5 CS in the lead is BDD as he's looking for a bit of a reset. We'll see what he does manage to put together off this back. Just going to be a lost chapter. He does have the Lucy boots done as well. Just a cheeky bub for Peanut. And he'll get back to clearing out camps. Going to be the Rift Scuttler first. So the Sejuani having a good time.
Yeah, Sylvia's been performing well, and Calmy's had some good games. Jiwoo's good. Like I think Nongshim pretty underrated, is my opinion. They're getting better too as time goes on.
For the dragon in about 30 seconds time.
Yeah, and it's always delicate when you're setting up fights like these with a Smolder, because you obviously isn't going to be as strong now years later, but Def just picked up an Essence Reaver, so it's a decent spike, but I think it's going to be matched here by Viper, potentially. No, he doesn't quite have a full item. And regardless, if you're looking to rely on a champion who scales as well as Smolder, securing any dragons you can makes such a big difference. It basically just extends the game by 5 minutes. Extends how long before you have to mandatorily fight for a soul. Extends how long before Elder's going to turn up.
Yeah, you want your opponent to not.
So he's going for the Essence Reaver build on Smolder.
For as long as possible. I completely understand.
And
It seems like at least bot lane Smolder standard build is Essence, Reaver, Quick Blades, Rapid Fire Cannon, or Shojin. Spear of Shojin, right?
I think the problem here, not so much Perfect being low, but his TP is not quite available yet. So there's a window here where Doran could come down and join in on this. And KT wouldn't have that top liner for support. So I think KT are just happy just to stall it out until they have that security. Perfect still keeps his ult as well.
It's going to be all right. So like you were talking about, that teleport is going to be up in a moment. And of course, Doran's ultimate is on somewhat of a cooldown at this level, I guess. As Perfect is now on a longer cooldown because he's just...
Oh god, Doran played that really well. Wow.
And he's just going to have to flap away.
Not the best overall, and that might actually be enough just to signal the Dragon's a no-go. You can see KT is setting up for a pick. That's kind of the saving grace here. If you can
And they have Talia Wall, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Not going to find that angle, but I think that Peanut and Delight...
But just extending this while the Dragon is alive is enough of a win. You're just trying to get to 225 stacks on Smolder where he just completely fucking owns you. Yeah, this is the long-ass game. This is like the 50-minute game, I think. Does Smolder have one of those annoying whiny child voices like they have on some of those children TV shows? Yes. Yes, he does. His voice is so annoying. How much knowledge are you coming into these reviews, Monty? I know the winner. Are you checking draft stat lines or just who won? I don't check drafts or stat lines, no. I just know who wins the series mostly.
A little bit of a standoff.
Yeah. More vision going to be cleared away here as Gojik going to just start off the Dragon.
There's no real point in looking at that because I know I'm going to watch the games anyway. You know what I mean?
It's just the Shyvana problem all over. Wow, it's just going down so incredibly fast. Gojik going to lock that one up. With the
That's actually huge for KT. That's really good that they found this opportunity.
Good move. Denies the gold. Which you want to do as much as possible.
I'm just going back to see how this unfolded. Because Yone goes up, Yone recalls. They actually see the recall. They see the recall on a ward, I believe. I think they see that recall on a ward.
That might allow Perfect to collect this mini wave, which is certainly good news for him.
You want to do as much as possible, but kind of seen a little bit of hiatus.
And so they find an opportunity. No, they don't see it on a ward. They find this opportunity just to push up, get crab.
He's still a while away from his ult. But it's just kind of been a little bit of a standoff.
Yeah. More vision going to be cleared away here as Gojik going to just start off the Dragon. The Dragon going to help with the Dragon.
Which Dragon's helping with which Dragon?
I don't know. It's just the Shyvana problem all over. Wow, it's just going down so incredibly fast. Gojik going to lock that one up with the help of BDD by the looks.
Yep, Shalia obviously really good at securing objectives, and this is like the best thing KT can hope for with it being a Chemtech Soul. Basically ensures that you don't really need, even when Soul is on the card.
Yeah, this is great for KT.
Compared to like a Hextech Soul that you have to really be concerned about. So now KT know.
I wonder where Def's stacks are right now.
In Hanwha Life, it's the opposite. They know they really need to be driving advantages in this game. They can't just hope for Soul to be their auto win con.
Does Sentinels have more money than C9? I don't believe so. Why?
See what they can actually do here is I think he has some sort of an idea and gets himself out of the...
Why don't you just not spoil yourself the winner too if you know a game you're going to watch anyway? Because I just see the winners on social media a lot of the time, so it's whatever. I also don't care who won the series. Like it's kind of irrelevant to me. I don't care about spoilers in games, guys. I don't care about spoilers in movies, TV shows, because it never matters what happens. It only matters how it happens. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't care if you spoil every movie and TV show, every twist, every surprise. First off, because my suspension of disbelief is amazing, so I literally will just forget it while I'm watching the movie or TV show. And second off, because it doesn't fucking matter that something happens. If it's a bad twist or it's done badly, then it's not satisfying and it doesn't matter.
Elder Dragon is ridiculously overpowered for a reason.
Yeah.
That's why this champion is somewhat difficult to manage. Peanut trying to lock down the Rift Herald. Has had some driving mishaps in the past, but now, thankfully...
I mean, Sentinels is fucking crowdfunding from their fans. Like, I don't think they're in great financial shape.
What happened in... I think you were there when the challenges, the drive from mid to bot.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, so...
I have not thought more about the best game played by 5 question on SI.
Drove it through the jungle down to bot and hit bot as well. It was
that is
insane.
so sick.
It was the craziest thing.
Yeah, we've got Yundo like actually letting us know that was awesome.
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't see that,
observing that one.
that's on you for not watching challenges.
Yeah, and Yundo is a bit of a driver as well, so he would definitely have appreciated it.
Oh, Yundo's definitely a driver, yeah.
Oh, big time.
No, I didn't VOD review the Pioshik Rammus game.
Gonna take an arrow to the knee, but it's not going to stop this cow from plodding down towards the bottom side of the map. Trying to get some vision where he can.
Yeah, I think Viper won the poke war there.
Yeah, I would say so. I think he may continue to win the poke war.
Yeah, Def still just kind of in that scaling mindset. Be interested to see how many stacks he's on now. You obviously saw Jiu really hit ahead of the stack curve. I think you're saying 225 with like 25 minutes.
Yeah,
kind of
that's sort of like the aim. That's the standard that you're going for.
Yeah.
That's what good looks like.
So for those of you guys who don't know with Smolder, the 225 stack is when he starts doing the % HP true damage and gets the Elder Dragon execute at 1% HP. And you get stacks either by killing things with your Q or by hitting champions with any of your abilities. And Q is his like targeted on hit ability. Whoops.
if we look at the games and we think it's a bit off, we'll just change our judgment, you know?
Well, Bidity is going to try and stop Peanut from going home because they want to start the fight here. There is a decent...
Actually buffered his dash there.
The Dragon, yeah, Mom was a little bit off. Going to get her eyes checked, I think, immediately after this.
Yeah, needs a triple spec savers, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
How the hell did KT lose to Smolder in this position? I too am surprised.
Whoa!
Needs a triple spec savers, I think.
The jump scare.
It's like, are they in here? Wow.
Whoa!
I think I can tell that he learned a bit more English. Happy Bidity is fantastic. It's like, whoa.
This team is just such good vibes.
It's such good vibes. And it's like, then you remember that BDD was on that Nongshim roster like a couple of years ago where the vibes were about as bad as the vibes could possibly be. Certainly deserves. He deserves this, 100%.
So he has 125 stacks already. It'd be very late for him not to have 125 stacks because he has the cone AoE at the back of his Q.
It's just so powerful against HLE.
Oh yeah. Means that he's not going to be able to get caught in the blender because there is just so much lockdown eventually. So now unless they layer perfectly, you might be able to find an opportunity to stop being just immediately blown up.
133 stacks is the current check.
133 at 17 minutes ain't bad.
135 now. And the thing is, the more stacks you get, it kind of like starts to snowball, you know?
Yeah.
Once you get like the AoE and your abilities,
Yeah,
very easy to just...
Yeah, the AoE on the Q just allows you to proc it across more champions. So it's every time you hit a champion, you get a stack. So it helps you. And also, it helps you farm the wave faster if you can kill like the entire caster minion wave with Q. And Q procs on hit too, which is why you take, Spellblade items like Essence Reaver. Interesting that he's going Shojin second here.
Yeah, we did see this yesterday. I don't know whether it actually won it, so I'm going to hold that thought. Yoshik going to find an ulti, and I just, Delight.
This is kind of a bit of a hype.
What the fuck is Delight doing?
Yeah, we did see this yesterday. I don't know whether it actually won it, so I'm going to hold that
He's just
thought.
clearing vision when there's a Talia in top. Okay, so he sees Pioshik there, right? And then he decides, hey, my Yone is in my jungle. And there's a Talia in top side who is level 13, so she has level 2 ultimate for additional range. And surely I should walk here after just seeing the Vi and knowing that Tatalia could just ult in. Very interesting decision making.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard playing Rakan into the champions that KT.
Chain of Corruption misses.
Now Perfect is going to find himself in this pit. Oh, this could be really bad.
Oh, he got it too. Huge from Pioshik. And just TP's right to catch the minion wave. Oh,
This is rough for Hanwha Life Esports. The Smolder
beautiful.
kill, the dragon
Beautiful.
stolen.
Oh, that is.
You're welcome, Nidspeens. I've been having fun streaming. Have you seen Paragon returning from the depths of MOBA hell, says Bruska on YouTube? Yes,
Really couldn't have gone better.
I have. How's my wife doing? Great.
Delight kind of isolated. And the thing when you're playing Rakan is against a composition like this, against the
I do find it interesting that I got like picked up by a Korean developer.
But also, if you're Rakan,
I thought Paragon was kind of underrated, frankly, guys, years ago.
because your only escape is your W.
Yeah.
Rather than having the 2 charges of E as well.
Tiny bit of a macro blast. Here you guys go. There you go.
Yeah.
Not really doing enough.
It was a small macro blast.
I had to learn that name on the fly when Pays decided to build it. Very impressed that you just had that one in the back pocket. As all right, Zeka is going to immediately change his mind, as he could see. Bit of damage from Def though. It's starting to stack up.
Yeah, breaking the mid tier 1 pretty big for Hanwha Life Esports.
I have not seen that yet, lol. Oh man, we've got so many now. You guys haven't seen all of them yet.
Yeah, the fact that the game has just gone so slowly. 3 kills at 20 minutes. 1,000 gold lead for the Smolder. This is definitely not how they want things to be panning out.
Yes, my baby cannot speak language yet, and my other child is becoming bilingual. That's one of the reasons why we're in Korea, guys.
In the way that Hanwha Life Esports wants it to, like they get Delight in there on a flank.
Will we see Susie coming back to the scene? She's pretty down on esports. Kanata, thanks for your Twitch Prime sub. She's pretty down on esports, guys. She doesn't. She you know, she was part of the days when it was more about like community and grassroots organization. She's not really into the big corporate nature of it now, so I don't know if she's coming back. Do you change your diet when you move to Korea? I mean, yeah, I eat more Korean food. What kind of question is that? Although I do have a, speaking of not eating Korean food, I do have a burrito that I made out of carnitas that I made. It's rice, carnitas, pico de gallo, and queso that I made for the Super Bowl that I have to eat, and some avocados. So it's delicious.
Where at minimum, they're burning summoner spells.
Right now, Deft is just sort of wondering, okay, well,
Esports have been trying, but they really need to start finding plays where at minimum, they're burning summoner spells.
right now, Deft is just sort of wondering, okay, we'll just start the Baron. That's a way of doing
What?
it.
They have a blue trinket on Deft.
And Deft is just going to, I think you could see there
Yeah, he did.
the ring, so he's able to spot out that this is happening.
Nice attempt at a sneak.
That sort of play,
You know, why not go for it?
From Hanwha Life Esports, but I think it's kind of showing the mindset that they have right now.
Can I get tomatillos in Korea? I haven't seen them. I'm going to go ahead and guess no, but I would love to be able to get tomatillos because I would love to make some like chili verde. And I really like tomatillos, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make chili verde here.
15 minutes?
Yeah, I mean,
Something like that?
I have a good carnitas recipe. I do. It's an Instant Pot recipe. Hold up. I'll give it to you.
It really means they have so much time, and I think at this point with 22 minutes,
It's an Instant Pot recipe so I can use it here in Korea.
It's looking a little bit worrying. KT now have control of the Baron.
Yeah, approaching critical mass. This is honestly the way you have to make something happen now. You leave it any longer, and you're dealing with a
Where are my
different
mobile
champion.
bookmarks?
You got 30
Come
30
on.
stacks until the Smolder is online. And it really does feel so similar to Corki, and that is such a worry. Because he's a very cute champion, you know? Like, it's cool. I like dragons, like, a lot.
Well, you know what? I love cats, and Yumi exists, so think about that one, right?
Oh, that's true. I love corgis. And
This is a pretty fire
Yep. Why are the cute
Instant Pot recipe.
so annoying. I mean,
Yep.
I guess Teemo has existed forever, and so we've known this.
Yeah. Seems like
It's the dawn of time, you know? Cuteness.
You just have to go to a naval base. They're standard in every commissary. Oh my god, dude. I mean, if I had to drive to the military base, which is like way south of Seoul, I'm never getting them.
On your team and against you.
Any thoughts on Anthony Bourdain? I think his show is really good. He went to my college, actually.
On your team and against you.
Katarina.
He didn't graduate because he left and went to the Culinary Institute, which is down the street from my college, so he could become a chef. But he did start by going to my college.
Udia?
I don't think Udi is extraordinary.
Oh, and he is very cute with the definitely not Udia skin, especially the
Are
old.
we allowing skins? I guess you're making an argument for Corky.
Yeah, that's true. Based on a skin.
Yeah.
Base skin Corki is actually like one of the saddest base skins.
Yeah, I kind of like the, you know, the little fighter jet one where it's like it's like the pixel.
Red Baron? The red.
No, I mean that
oh,
one's
the
cool.
pixel. The yeah, I know that.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Arcade Corki.
Arcade Corky, yeah. Okay, Hanwha Esports going to start this. KT don't need to fight this. You know, they might. But
They might because they feel like it.
Yeah.
All right, we're teleporting. We're fighting. Let's see whether they can actually lock down the Drake. The answer is no, as Chains of Corruption come in. Barrel's going to ult it, as immediately the seismic shove is going to connect. Mom yells at
How does
him, but
KT
not
lose
so much
this, for
actually
real?
happens, and there's the snipe from Viper, who's just to the north, and they're just fishing the barrel right now as Doran.
Force Doran to flash. Doran's going to be mega soon, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He got deft. Oh, he just got the stacks, guys. He literally got the stacks during this fight because there was a Q that doesn't have the execute. He got the stacks right there. Oh, that's so dangerous because now he's got the true damage percent HP. Oh, God. He got it in the middle of that fight. How the fuck do they lose this, guys? Oof. Barrel like chasing after a little bit of miscommunication there, but KT, man, holy shit.
And that was such a chaotic fight where KT didn't need to take it. There was no obligation. They didn't get the dragon, but they felt like they could get an advantage. And
Yeah, let's watch Viper in this.
Close. I think initially, you know, I think Piosik maybe didn't have the right call here. Ult Zeka, it ends up kind of just...
So they force Alistar ult by using Chain of Corruption.
With Peanut and Zeka and Doran, and they get sniped in the back end.
Nice. Nice snipe.
Trapped there with Peanut and Zeka and Doran, and they get sniped
Woo.
in the back end.
Max range
But I
Q.
think the big thing is they never really resoundingly got into depth. You know, there were moments where they did actually connect on him, but the damage wasn't there, you know? The E from Zeka comes out to kite away. And
Really nice positioning by Viper. Look at that. Beautiful.
So there's no follow-up in depth.
Right at the edge.
And then this is the
Q.
point where it looks like KT are in complete
BDD
control.
comes
Get the
forward.
seismic shove coming out from BDD. Looks like the damage is coming through. The wall connects as well. And then it gets a bit funky.
It definitely does get a bit
Q onto BDD. Aw, oh, man. Oh, well.
We've got the seismic shove coming back as well as Mom gets angry.
Then it gets a bit funky.
It definitely does get a bit funky. And
All right, let's take a look at this. So we're back around the Baron pit.
okay.
No Talia wall. We're going to go in, engage straight onto Vi ult, and then he gets killed.
Mom gets angry. Zeka dives in, but I don't know whether he feels that great about it as Deft is flapping around.
Oh, he's going to die.
Burning and boom! Double kill for the dragon.
I think Smolder's a fun champ, guys. I'm into this champ.
And they're like, Deft, you hit the stacks, so I guess who in the game?
I think he's really well designed. He doesn't, like, he has a very clear kit that is fun. You know, it's not a bunch of bullshit. Like, the stack thing makes sense.
Not quite up to the
He scales, like, really satisfyingly with items, with, like, ability haste.
That a team with Piosik and Beryl could, for the most part, patiently wait until Smolder got 225 stacks. That is just mind-blowing to me.
Well, we know that they waited. I don't know how patient.
But yes, his voice lines are terrible. He is extremely annoying.
Sit there and go, just wait the whole time.
Couple more minutes, and yeah, they try to go for a pick on Beryl, which on a list of targets, you know, probably 5 out of 5 who I would try and start a fight on the side of KT.
I think Def like did like 2 things. And then they just burnt down.
That's all he needs to do, right?
Yeah.
You press Q. Maybe you press Alt or W occasionally if you're feeling like it. Maybe an E here.
Yeah, how does this go on for 20 more minutes? 25 more minutes.
He did? Oh, great.
A great question.
And then they melted.
Yeah, they really
And then
did.
they exploded. And when the line came up, they've only been 4 Drakes taken. It's 2 apiece. Okay, there is a seismic shove. Peanut is going to be with Pioshik under the turret, so he's definitely going to die. Mum doesn't quite do enough damage. Or Moom, sorry, doesn't quite do enough damage.
Still going for the...
Sounds a little bit too much like Godzilla.
It does sound a lot like Godzilla. I agree with that list.
Noise, yeah. It's a bit Godzilla.
A bit, yeah.
Wait, you know how every champion has like login music?
Yeah.
Was it P Diddy that did Smolders? Because they did it for he did it like a track for Godzilla as well. Back in the day.
I don't remember that.
They want the stupid cutesy design in all their champs now. That or waifus. Yep. That's the Chinese influence, man.
It's pretty cool.
Fair play.
Pretty cool.
Okay, maybe you're selling me on it.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a skin. It'll be like, you know how you have the NASA skin?
Yeah. Oh, the one where he's got the boombox?
Yes. Maybe they'll do one of those skins for Smolder, and he'll play that song.
Need it. Yeah. Full Metal Smolder or something.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Look at the Fury. Yeah, she's a hot bitch.
Battlecast, yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. And, but they could also do like Pentakill Smolder. I feel like it's the theme is not necessarily
You're
right.
pitching this like you expect this champion to be around for a while, and based on what I know about broken 80 carries, we're in for the long haul. Yeah, Pioshik a little bit liberal with his health bar, maybe a bit too much there.
His health bar was
Pool party to Fury win.
And Deft has a frozen heart, because why not?
Because like what items he builds is irrelevant. He wants ability haste.
Yeah, I think we've kind of learned with Smolder is once you have the stacks,
Oh, steal. Okay.
Peanut's able to lock down the dragon. Mom yells once again as Delight gets
Beautiful engage from Delight.
once again has to flash, but Pioshik is down another
God, Deft is so scary though. Look at their HP bars. Oh my God, are they gonna do it? That's so lucky. Perfect was dealing with. I mean, let's go back and look at this. I mean, Deft has all sums up too. I'm really surprised they were able to pull this off. It turns into the 50-50.
Why not?
Because like what items he builds is irrelevant. He wants.
Are you gonna watch Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix for Nerd Legion? Yeah, that's next episode next week. I mean, that doesn't do any damage. Like, the Deft's ult doesn't do any damage. Like, it doesn't actually hit anybody. Yeah, it goes down. They wait for the E from Talia to go down. Then Delight dashes in. I mean, Delight plays this super well. Forces the cleanse on a Deft. He flashes right away. Has Ignite burning onto him. And the tank line just melts.
But he's still gonna go down. Everyone, Deft once again has to flash. This is a catastrophe, but Peanut's able to lock down the dragon. Mom yells once again as Delight gets the quickness over everyone. Deft once again has to flash, but Pioshik is down another time. Beryl trying to tank dragon. Mom yells. Items he builds is irrelevant. He wants ability haste.
Yeah, I think we've kind of learned with Smolder is once you have the stacks,
this is a catastrophe, but Peanut.
Why is Pioshik ulting Peanut? Like, Peanut already ulted. Why the fuck are we ulting? Why the fuck are we ulting Peanut with Vi? He's actually trolling, guys. They don't need to engage right there. He needs to peel. He needs to peel for his carries. And with Sejuani ult down, he can't do that. I don't know why he's ulting the fucking pig.
felt like KT just weren't completely ready for the fight, and they just find the follow-through in the longer fight. Def's position gets compromised. All summoners down the side of KT.
How did he die with a frozen heart, though?
Delight plays it super well, though.
Critical mass.
Yeah, so unfortunately the front line in Barrel and Josik don't get to do much. There's so
I mean, he forced both his sums at the start of this fight, and he got chunked out.
yeah, so
I'm not sure what hit him, what the damage was. Oh, it was a Q. It's a Q from Varus. That's huge.
Death also eats a Q for the Varus, loses half his health. And here he's just too low. He has all these threats diving towards him. He's trying to get the damage out, but they're committing flashes to CC him.
Yeah,
And he just doesn't get to play the game.
Combo of Pioshik kind of trolling that in Delight. They need, you know, they need to understand that the win condition in that situation is just kiting with the Smolder and the Talia.
Yep.
And so you have to save CC if you're Barrel and Pioshik to lock down any backline threats.
A tough game for Hanwha Esports, but I imagine you've got Zeka saying, "No, don't worry, guys."
Yeah, Faker's Sway was legit for sure.
I think a big thing is that Zeka still has flash, and no one on KT has flash. So if he gets on Deft,
Have you run into any Mexican restaurants or dishes while in Korea? Yeah, it's more popular now. There's definitely a lot more Mexican food here than when I lived here the first time.
It just starts to look more and more ridiculous.
he's going to keep getting stronger.
Yeah,
Infinite scaling champions
yeah.
do that.
Why isn't Viga this broken though? Why isn't Nasus this broken though?
Because they nerfed him into the ground.
Making cooking content? I have made cooking content in the past, but not recently. I can't do it right now because all my cooking shit is in the States. All my cooking content shit. And also, I'm just too busy to do that right now, guys.
Yeah, I think part of the problem with Nasus is that
The truth is, you guys don't watch it as much as you like watch League of Legends, so that's how it is.
Than, like, this point of the game, because
Yeah.
it eventually gets to the point where like you're gonna get shredded by the enemy AD carry, and reaching them is like a whole problem. You know,
Yeah, the kiteability factor is a problem.
it's like you can have all the stacks in the world, but if you aren't getting to the people you want to hit, it's not gonna mean as much.
We need to just find a way to give Nasus infinite tenacity and movement speed.
The Frozen Heart on Smolder is interesting here, just because all of the damage that's going to hit him in the backline is AD, so I really like this item in this instance.
Whoa, I'd love that. Or maybe just make Cho'Gath.
Seems like Korean and Mexican food would be a good mix. Yeah, they both, basically both are built on the same principles of using marinated meat with a carbohydrate. So in Korean food, it's rice, and in Mexican food, it's corn, like corn tortillas. And, you know, kimchi is amazing on quesadillas. Like, I made kimchi with this same carnitas. I grilled kimchi, or like, you know, toasted it in a pan, heated it up, got it a little charred, and then put it in a quesadilla with the carnitas. It's fucking so good.
It's a big threat. And Yone just tends not to
Kimchi's
care
also
about
amazing on tacos.
He kind of just kills you.
You do have to heat it though.
G8, 4 items.
But they're very similar. Like they're both chili-based, a lot of chili-based food. So you can basically mix and match Korean and Mexican food very easily and create fusion foods.
They're just starting the Baron. And if we look at the right side of the screen, BDD's nearly got flash, but Deft still...
Do I follow J. Kenji Lopez alt? Yes.
This is a great window to force on KT.
And Doran does have Mega Knight for a little bit longer. That's a massive combo. The Pulverize is gigantic, but now he's dead. But Smolder is auto-attacking, and that is scary. And BDD, he's got the wall. He's going to try and trap them in the Thunderdome. He doesn't find...
BDD?
Seismic shot.
BDD? Can somebody please peel for Smolder? Hello? Anybody?
BDD as well. That was a catastrophe.
What the fuck, KT? Do you guys, like, not understand? I mean, look, it's a new champ, so... The problem is, though...
Yone just tends not to care about how tanky you are. He kind of just kills you.
Yeah. G8, 4 items. Beryl just going to hold on to the ulti. I guess he feels like he does not need it.
He has to ult now, though, and that's going to be huge for this next fight, because not having Alistar ult is really painful, considering it's one of their primary forms of engage.
Side of the screen, BDD's nearly got flash, but Deft still has about 40 seconds away, so this is a great window to force on KT.
And Doran does...
Delight has a huge engage, though. Huge. And Deft has Cleanse back up now, but he doesn't actually have Flash. So he already cast his ult, but Alistar's dead because Alistar didn't have ult, even though he does get a good Q off here. Now, this, at this point in time, you know, you have to just stick together because you have to have this. Like, what does BDD think he's going to do on the flank? He can't actually kill Sejuani, by the way.
Catastrophe. And you know, KT felt confident. They kept Deft alive. They thought that'd be enough to win the fight, but they didn't factor in Viper's ult coming back up. As well, that Thunderdome, he rises gigantic, but now he's dead. But Smolder is auto-attacking, and that is scary. And BDD, he's got the wall. He's going to try and trap them in the Thunderdome. He doesn't find the seismic show.
I don't think Chain of Corruption was why they came back up. I mean, it did CC Deft, but Deft doesn't have flash anyway. I don't think he gets out of that regardless.
That is scary.
And we could have potentially actually cut off the Sejuani here, but you already stopped them from getting Baron, and this fight was far from ideal because you fought it without your Alistar having ultimate at the start of it, right? I mean, he does get a massive pull here. Nobody's going to help Deft. And the thing is that you have to ask yourself, what's the price of losing that fight? Because if you just walk away, they can't take Baron, and you're not going to get Baron either. But if you over-pursue that and you die, then you give up the Baron, right? So the cost of pursuing this is just not worth it. Particularly because, again, your forms of engage, Vi and Alistar, are gone.
But they kite into the fog of war, and Viper's ult comes back off cooldown perfectly. Perfect doesn't connect.
Yep. That is unfortunate timing. Def gets hit by it too.
And that's what kills him. The root hit perfect. Transferred over. Oh man, HLE clutching it after, midpoint of the fight looked like it was going pretty boom for them, but they bounced back.
And just at the time where we thought that the stacks had come through, that the tide had turned, but that's when KT massively dropped the ball. It is also going to be the Soul, as Hanwha Esports will be able to lock down the Chemtech Soul, and now we've got 2 Elder Drakes available on the map in a few minutes' time.
It is such a KT move.
This is, everything.
Everything about this.
Defies expectations, And it's such a beautiful tagline because it sounds so great, doesn't it?
Yep.
But it's not often those expectations that they're defying. It's in fact all of them, no matter what expectation.
Look at Aatrox still building lethality. He's got another serrated Dirk, guys.
We'll see with the Baron in check. HLE can just keep pushing.
He's not useless. He's a Varus assassinator. Cuckoo Carms, thank you for your tier 1 sub. Thanks for all the content money. It's a treat to have full match breakdowns, but do miss your commentary.
Perfect, who's normally been really solid.
Isn't this my commentary?
Not having the best game. I feel like it's not really like the lane was obviously a bit rough, but just in team fights, you struggle to find the impact.
Oh, Peanut now possibly caught out of position. Oh, so close to being pulled back by that infernal chain as Beryl. He has to ulti, but Viper is so dangerous. And just pop. Peanut.
Perfect, who's normally been really solid so far, not having the best game. I feel like it's not really like the lane was obviously a bit rough, but just in team fights, you struggle to find the impact.
Oh, Peanut.
Are we going in again?
So close to being pulled back by that infernal chain as Beryl. He has to ulti.
Beryl just doesn't fucking feel like ulting. He just doesn't feel like it, guys. He doesn't feel like it. He doesn't feel like it. He doesn't feel like ulting. What the fuck, man? To be fair, that was insane damage from Viper. Q. E. Auto. Q. Blight stacks exploding. Yes, he ulted at the end, but it was too late. He didn't respect the 4-item lethality Varus damage.
Don't get us wrong, he's got 6 items. But this is now KT well and truly on the ropes.
6 items small, this many items.
I mean, 5 items smolder. One of the items is randomly a frozen heart.
Well, true. But also, you just expect so much, right? Especially when we saw what Jiwa was doing it, but it feels like it's just not been able to free hit in a lot of these fights, and it's caused issues.
There's a lot of CC for him to deal with. There's Perfect trying to move himself out of the way. They may just blow up Zeka. He does go down to his GA, and now Mom yells at them. Beryl is back up.
That's a Forces Flash, too. That's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty crazy that they're 8,000 gold down and down soul. I mean, sure, it's a Chemtech soul, but they're actually able to hold on here.
Flash up. BDD's coming up in about 30 seconds.
So gold advantage here for Deft, but damage disadvantage as far as what they've got done in this game.
Still got winners. I want to see the stack number. I really want to know exactly how much he's at right now. It must be like, I feel like at this part of the game, with how much he's just been farming, it must be like 400.
405.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, and that's an absurd number. Oh dear. Okay, just sneezes into the brush. That's the best way to deal with it.
Yep, easy way to face check it. 2 minutes 45 till Baron, 3.5 till Elder, so a decent amount of time. See Hanwha Esports, like the gold was never that in favor of KT. There's now a substantial lead for Hanwha Esports, and yet it still feels tentative. You know, I feel like it's always going to be when you have Smolder in this game. But he's, you know, as you said, he's finished all of his items. Unless he sells one to buy something else, he's not getting any stronger. Apart from the stacks. The stacks is definitely...
I mean, the stacks are getting stronger is fucking huge, though. Because he scales infinitely, right, guys? Plus, the 1%... The 1% remaining HP goes up, I think, based on the number of stacks that he has.
The problem is you still need a farm on Smolder to get the stacks. There's no winning. Deft buys a support item.
So like the point at which he executes is going to be, yeah, it's plus 1%. Executed once they are below 2% of their maximum health, plus 1% per 40 Dragon Practice stacks. So at 400 stacks, you know, that's an additional 10%. So he's executing at 12% max health. So that's really scary.
I think that would honestly be a better play. The thing is, Frozen Heart's obviously going to have more value the more health you have, and Deft, even with the Spirit Surgeon, doesn't have that much health, you know, compared to the champions we typically...
The champ does get stronger, because your abilities get stronger the more stacks you have. And his execute, every 40 stacks you get, his execute goes up by another 1% maximum health. Like the little line just keeps moving to the right.
You know, I know these aren't the same items as Ezreal, but ballpark, it's kind of somewhat similar. You know, the Shojin, all things he can pick up. So you get the tankiness plus the ability haste.
And yeah, he just keeps doing more AoE damage to your team, queuing more minion waves, like killing more minion waves with his Q. He gets to be pretty nuts.
Which is why it was good for Ezreal, because then
he has to keep grabbing resources. Not true, because he can proc it on enemy champions also.
That makes it make sense less, though. And that's
his wave clear also gets fucking bananas.
Still, Deft is going to have so much money.
How many stacks for 50% health? Well, you would need 48%, right? So it's 48 times 40. Which is what? 1,600? 48 times 40 is, what, 1,600?
Wait, what did he got a GA. He sold Frozen Heart, he bought IE, and then he sold it, and then he refunded, and then he bought...
But 1920, I think? 1920, yeah. There it is. That's 48 times 40 is 1920. Did it in my head. You need 1920 stacks.
They can opt to set a vision on the dragon and ensure they can fight it, and maybe look for a pick on Doran, but it does give up the Baron. Well,
I'm the only one who's allowed to do math on broadcast, guys.
He will die. It takes a fair bit of time to take him down. That does not matter because now they have a 4 versus 5 situation around the Elder. But Zeka is now in the top lane, and Hanwha Esports just want to play around that, and they can pull KT around the map on a whim.
Yeah, they just need to buy time. It's 48 seconds till Doran's up with TP. I think they can buy enough time and stop KT from doing Elder before that point. You can see Deft isn't even anywhere near. And the
so after AFK firing 3920 stacks, he one-shots from 100% max HP. All you need is 4,000 stacks.
Waiting in the wings. There's the chains of corruption connecting onto Perfect as the Elder is down exceptionally low. Teleport comes in as BDD trying to get in position.
All right. Okay, now he's got even more execute.
But Zeka's trying to win the game. Can they stop the backs is the question.
No.
it looks like the answer's no, and they're not even going to try for it. Zeka just gets out of there. And so the inhibitor goes down, and we have the game stop. So, now it is the battle of Elder versus Baron, I guess.
The thing is, in a fight, Elder wins every day, hands down. But you don't have to fight. Yeah. Because you just clear the waves, and you have a
Is Smolder a murderer for killing the dragons in this game?
Like, I feel like Hanwha Esports have the Baron. It's going to make it really hard to push.
Feels like he wouldn't want to kill his own kind. He sold Frozen Heart for GA. I think we can understand that that's a good move. Does it stack with the Elder Dragon Execute? I don't know. Yes. Yes is the answer. We just saw it, actually. This is the first time I've seen this, but if you look at this, see, there it is, and then you'll watch the bar move up, right? I think that means it's stacking. I think it means it's stacking. The execute is capped at the higher point? Okay, then it would be capped at Elder Dragon. Huge chain of corruption to force cleanse there.
But breaking the inhib towers is a different question.
But now we get to see Elder and Elder together.
The real question is, why is Deft stepping up that far? Like, why is he... Why is he stepping up? Also, extremely well played by Viper, by the way.
But breaking the inhib towers is a different question.
Like,
now we get to see Elder and Elder together.
He really threads that through there around the... Just really threads it in there.
That cooldown for Viper is very short. So
yeah, he should not be stepping up on that, though.
Able to fire that off again and look to punish Deft.
And it's not like
Deft has not had like a good fight where he's been able to effectively use his summoner spells. They either get blown super early in the fight or he just doesn't have them.
all over the place, and now Mom, she gets angry and flung about is Zeka. You cannot be dashing forward, I guess. It is just too dangerous against his composition, especially with the Elder.
Now they get bounty gold off the turrets as well.
This game is just so silly. The fact that off the back of no kills or anything, this is just a bit of map control, and now another ulti, but it lands onto Barrel.
And I think that might be the push over. You know, they'll try and back away. It looks like it's going to reset. Health bar's low. So sure, they got the GA from Zeka. They got a mid-tier 2. But that's about it, and it looks like they're not going to get another chance to use the Elder unless this trap wins.
When am I doing the T1 games? I'm not going to do the Nongshim games. I'll do T1 versus KT later this week.
They can see that he's on vision right now. As Def cancels the recall.
He's like, wait, why have we not seen anyone show up on these waves top and bot and mid? Perhaps they are doing something sneaky.
Well, BDD going to clear out the top wave, so they do get information. As we're going to have a look at this one more time.
Yeah, it honestly makes me wonder. I don't think it's a bad target to go for Zeka. It just makes me wonder, they could have probably one-shot to light, and he would have died, like not.
Yeah, like actually died.
So, but I don't think it's a bad target. Being in the GA is definitely valuable.
Well, I do a Lord bet with Wolf over whether KT is a fraud or not. Sure, that sounds fun.
At the Baron, and it's desynced now. The Baron is a minute sooner than the Elder, so an opportunity for a team to get both. That is kind of what you need to end the game, it feels like, in this one. It's been so back and forth.
Well, it really feels like this stage of the game has been Hanwha Esports feeling like they just have the scaling advantage. And we wouldn't have expected...
He has almost he has 473 stacks now.
Scaling that a Smolder should have.
I think a big thing is that it's more about how the comps interact, you know? It's like Hanwha Esports composition is very much backline dive, and KT's is really strong, like backline damage.
He's at 14% execute now. 14% HP execute.
If Hanwha Esports succeed on the win cons, it doesn't really matter how many stacks Deft has.
Yeah.
Is a big thing in this situation. And Yoni obviously is no slouch himself. As much as we talked about the lethality virus falling off at some point, shredding here.
I've seen this one before as the Weaver's Wall comes down, gets the flash out of Doran as a seismic.
All right, that's pretty worth, actually.
This game of the season. Surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen.
Shocked.
And yeah, they got a flash from pressing a whole bunch of buttons. Chains of Corruption go wide there as well, but that sort of means about as much as Doran's ultimate, which is not a whole lot.
Pioshik, you don't have ult, buddy.
Have cease and desist anymore. Peanut able to wander his way out.
I wonder what point Deft has enough gold to just completely reshuffle his build if he wanted. Like, could he just like sell Shojin and get like full crit? Or he sold his boots and gone for Nabori. Could he go in the other direction and go like the Leandri's Riftmaker? Like, he could really just do what he wants when it comes to items.
I don't know whether he'd really want to. I think it's okay having BDD take care of it.
Does scale better.
Yeah.
And the Riftmaker Leandri's is like very good on those items, and you're very bulky. But I think in terms of damage output, you're kind of peaking here. Still waiting for BDD to finish off his items, still lacking that Rabadons. And obviously Zeka and Viper in full build for a while. Zeka did sell, I think he sold Shield Bow and GA and went for more and Jack shows. So a lot of resist there.
It's definitely going to be a bit more difficult to get through. However, if they do manage to catch him again, then he dies. Speaking of dying, Peanut going to have to Arctic Assault his way out.
No, why are we... Stop ulting Peanut.
They've got the jungler, and now Perfect is looking for more. The quickness comes in, but my god, the damage. Delight has to get out of there, but it's a big ulti from Zeka.
I fucking hate it. I fucking... Pioshik is... Oh, he's such a fraud. He's such a fraud. How many times is he just gonna fucking ult Sejuani this game? Why can't he just peel?
On this inhibitor turret, and they have to go back. That's respected, but Deft actually cancel. Looking to push up mid, try and create time. Oh, no ult from Pioshik there to counter that.
All right, well, Doran is looking to try and cut this one off.
You know how I was saying the desynced Baron and Elder?
Of dying.
I think he sold Shield Bow and GA.
Like, look at this.
More and
then he dies. Speaking of dying, Peanut gonna have to Arctic Assault his way out.
How are you gonna kill this guy? He has flash. Like, you get him, but what's the point? You use so much. Look how much you used.
He dies. Speaking of dying, Peanut gonna have
Beryl actually just realizes, by the way, that every time he's next to Viper, he has to just...
If they do manage to catch him again,
it's a great chain of corruption. He has to ult immediately, otherwise he gets detonated by Blight Stacks and Qs. And so they come in, but they have no Alistar ult. They have no Talia ult. They have no Aatrox ult. I mean, it's technically ticking, right?
Looking for more. The quickness comes in, but my god, the damage. Delight has to get out of there, but it's a big ulti from Zeka. Beryl is just gonna bail out. And
there's so much used right there, and they chase right into the Mega Gnar too.
This dragon is what's gonna have to save them. And he's very young, and he relies on his mom and things like this, but it's working out for them in this particular moment. Zeka says, I'm gonna put threat on this inhibitor turret, and they have to go back.
That's respected, but Deft actually cancel. Looking to push up mid. Try and create time. Oh, no ult from Pioshik there to counter that.
All right, well, Doran is looking to try and cut this. Is that you?
Wait, they're spamming pings onto the Baron. Hanwha for like,
are they trading again?
Again? Yeah, I guess so.
They're trading again. But isn't that why Elder's in the game? So that doing this is a bad idea, that you have to fight for the Elder, and then maybe a winner is actually decided in the game, and that's why Elder was put into the game?
No.
No? Okay.
They're just trading.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, it's like one for you and one for me, I guess.
Yeah, they're sharing, okay? It's nice to see our teams get along so well.
All right, and then you just base trade, right? See whose Nexus is going to go down first.
I think that's how you kind of do it in the Nexus Blitz, right? So I think kind of getting inspiration from that.
Yeah, we're doing it. That's exactly what's happening here.
Whoa, Delight and Darren going on like some secret mission.
Yeah.
You know,
well, KT will take down this turret and now look to go back home.
Yeah, very meaningful turret to take down. Very impactful.
Yeah. something gold, something who cares.
Yeah, oh, you know, bit of extra gold for Deft. He can afford a new red pot to refresh that. Nice, good to see.
This is the longest game of the year.
Said Zeus is probably the best player in the world. Do you think Faker can MVP over Zeus or Chovy, Cuz, or Pioshik, or the other people in contention? I mean, maybe. We're not even into the second round robin yet. Like, that starts this week, so still have more than half the season to go.
legacy. Teddy and Bang's legacy is going to be challenged.
I would be very shocked if we got to that point. But then again, I'm
who reaches
surprised at this
1300 CS first out of these players?
Thank you, Spucky, for your resubscription with Twitch Prime. Another month of bangers, Chipotle wraps, Razor cakes, cake razors trash. Thank you, man.
Is that how it, like, as the fan spreads out?
I haven't gone into practice tool and really tested the limits.
I haven't done the infinite
and
stacks
tested
yet
the
either.
limits of what Smolder can do. So I'm ready to see. Right?
Mile 123456789 Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it.
Yeah, does it get even bigger? Is every Q like mum? Do you turn into mum?
Oh my. I don't think that's how the circle of life works. You're born and then one day you turn into your mother.
Well, fully grown dragon.
It's so ridiculous.
It looks so
It's
silly.
really dumb.
And the cooldown's so short.
Is it 548 stacks now?
Okay. Well, KT are continuing to push, continuing to do things. Life Esports are continuing to defend. And we might have a team fight, all right? Or we might have the turret being focused. No, we're not. The turret's fine. The team fight's fine. The wall's down. And Peanut took a damage. Oh, Chains of Corruption had dodged.
Close one there. Fancy from Deft, which is especially impressive considering...
Chain of Corruption cooldown is so short now. It's crazy.
Gets really mad. He's just testing it. And Zeka's like,
how much damage does it do? Oh, this much.
Yeah. Are we ever going to not be in this game? Is this game just... is this life now?
Yeah.
Maybe this is it.
You know, I have like half a bottle of water here. I don't know how much you have.
No, mine's gone.
Oh.
I am going to be quite parched. I will need emergency water. If this... Okay, just one bottle of water. Drink some water and maybe close it a little bit because you don't need to let it evaporate.
No, both the Baron and Dragon are synced again, so we have time, right? we have a decent amount of time.
I was
go for a walk, stretch your legs.
So apparently, if this surpasses the Jin Air versus SKT record, G-Sun can bring... She's going to bring me so many water.
Wow.
So many waters. Like bottles of water bottles. So it's not that is correct grammar for water bottles, right?
Just a bucket of water over your head.
I would like that. If this breaks the Jin Air record, what's the bet you're going to make?
Me?
100,000 gold for Hanwha.
Trying to bait me into this one?
Are you going to shave your head?
I'm not shaving my head. You know,
it's a peanut game. It's safe.
Yeah, I know.
Believe me, you never lose.
I know I know another LCK caster.
A former LCK caster?
Maybe if you don't get your
Baldus isn't here anymore.
If you don't get your water, you might end up being former.
Hey, that is actually very true. And then you'll get the water, and so you'll survive. And you've already got half a bottle.
Yep, thanks for letting me live.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Trapped on a desert island, I know that I would not be the one to survive.
Yeah, everyone asks those questions, like, what would you have with you? Water would be pretty good.
Yeah, that's probably a good start.
Clean drinking water.
Oxygen. Does the island have breathable air?
Oh, yeah. Never thought about that one.
That's probably the first thing.
Yeah, no one ever asked that. They kind of missed that one.
Yeah, does the island, is it above water?
In terms of needs of people, I think that kind of is on the upper end.
I wonder when... I feel like something's about to happen.
I think just...
Zeka moves... Oh.
I mean, he probably should buy Leandries. You know what I mean? At this point in time. Like, in all seriousness, does he really need rapid fire cannon right now? You know, does he need Essence Reaver when he could have Leandries and Riftmaker? Right? He doesn't need to auto if he has Leandries and Riftmaker.
$599 stacks. We're nearly at 600.
All right, so we've got a minute until both Baron and Elder, guys.
Are we gonna have? You know, we have like records in the LCK.
RFC for the move speed percent, maybe. Maybe.
The inhibitor.
Doran
and KT have already backed.
Doran, stop being cringe. Not trying to end the game.
He could sell Quick Blades and Essence Reaver, though. He could sell Quick Blades and Essence Reaver for Riftmaker and Leandries.
Game here. We got to
stay away from.
Back away.
Yeah, there's
Maybe that's the play.
7 minutes before it's an hour.
GA is the sell here? I don't think so.
Get both of the big buffs.
Yep.
The only way.
All or nothing.
Whoa, a teleport?
If you die, you die anyway. Not necessarily.
Oh, and a control.
Because, like, so here's my argument against it. Because there's a Yone, if you die to Yone and he snaps back, you can actually GA revive. That's my take. Because if you die to Yone during Soul Unbound,
Wood, a control wood. Deft, flap. Oh, go shit, Q. Oh, that was big. That was a rapid fire cannon. That was a sneeze.
Yeah.
Bless you. Oh, arrow. Oh, more arrows.
it's possible though.
Ow. Baron, hello. How you doing?
Wait, did you see Beryl's heal from his passive was like 400?
That's hectic.
You
He's
don't
gonna
get
have
to see-
so many items.
You don't see Alistair's get this like, okay, they're fighting.
All right, we're flashing in. It only lands onto Doran. Mom doesn't really do too much either. Is Zeka. He goes in and then he goes back out again. And now both teams sort of hitting the dragon. No one really finding purchase in this team fight. Headbutt just by itself.
Wait, in before Pioshik ults Sejuani again.
Doesn't necessarily know whether he wants to stay in. Zeka lost too much health. You have to back away. It's time to give up this one. Oh, Delight gets into the back line. He dives on top of Perfect as B2D. He's going to go in as well. Beryl is now in amongst it, but he's so tanky. This is just absurd.
Who did Pioshik ult?
Beryl is now in amongst it, but he's so tanky. This is just absurd.
All right, he ulted the Yone, but the Yone was already in ult animation.
He's going to go in as well. Beryl is now in amongst it, but he's so tanky. This is just
Watch Zeka. So he actually does ult the Yone, but the Yone is already in ult animation onto Deft. Rip, and Deft doesn't flash it.
Zeka gets exhausted. He's flung back. Deft is alive. He's alive for the next little while. As now Doran is going to get taken down to the GA. Oh my God, the shove is nuts, and a GA is still in there. Doran is burning down, but it doesn't matter who's won the fight. It's Hanwha Life Esports. Delight.
It's okay, yes, GA. Yeah, well, the GA didn't work in this case. That's so unlucky, guys. Look at this. He cues the Sejuani, and then he ults Zeka, but Zeka's already in his Yone ult animation.
As well, Beryl is now in amongst it, but he's so tanky. This is just absurd. The Drake is going down solo. Zeka gets exhausted. He's flung back. Deft is alive. He's alive.
Viper just tossing out Chains of Corruption again. Holy shit.
He's alive for the next little while. As now Doran is going to get taken down to the GA.
Viper just in bullet hell at the back, dodging fucking smolder sneezes. It's actually crazy that they only lost Pioshik in that entire engagement. How did he even get in range to ult Yone? He walked up. He's literally, watch him. Pioshik is right here. He cues in. He sees Zeka coming in. Zeka's soul unbound, and then he ults. This is his ult right here. He's going up, right? But the ult animation has already started, so he gets the ult into the back line. Def should have flashed that. I think if Def flashes Yone ult, they legit win that fight. That's what I think. Like, he should be able to flash that. Because, like, look how much damage he's doing at 1 HP, guys. Imagine if he was still full HP. They just win this fight.
Delight secured the dragon, and I think that was enough.
There's a lot to go in to stay in. Zeka lost too much health. You have to back away. It's time.
BDD zoned his own team off. I mean, I don't think that's the biggest thing right here, because Alistair has ult and he doesn't want the follow up from the Rakan ult. Is why he ults right there. So he actually prevents the follow up from HLE, I think, on Delight's ult, right? Because Beryl is also in there, zoning out. Not sure they could walk up on that one anyway.
He's alive for the next little while as now Doran is going to get taken down to the GA. Oh my god, the shove is nuts. And a GA is still in there. Doran is burning down, but it doesn't. Who's won the fight? It's Hanwha Life Esports.
Delight secured the dragon, and I think that was enough to turn it in their favor.
You got the over 100K gold, though.
And Hanwha Life Esports managed to take out the 600 CS Smolder.
This is the most ridiculous game of the season.
It's a fun game, though, guys. This was a really fun game to watch.
The ultra late game 55-minute victory. Smolder with 600 CS.
Yeah, the wall wasn't great, guys, but I think the real thing there is that they didn't actually flash the... He didn't flash the Yone ult. I think if he flashes that Yone ult, like, they just hard win the fight and then they win the game.